Lionel Van Praag, the first official world Speedway champion and a man who achieved so much more besides. Born in Sydney in 1908, he was described as being popular at school and an all-round athlete. Upon leaving school, he found work repairing typewriters, and his engineering prowess would stand him in good stead throughout his life. By the age of 15, he was already riding at local speedway tracks and showing great talent. His exciting style and incredible results brought him to the attention of British promoters, where the exhilarating but dangerous new sport was booming. He joined Wembley Lions, whom he captained to the inaugural National League title. Then, in 1936, at Wembley, came his big moment, passing on the very last bend of the last race to win the first ever Speedway World Championship. More accolades and glory followed for Van Praag, including the honor of captaining the Australian Test team. But then came World War II. Van Praag joined the Royal Australian Air Force on DC-2 cargo transporter planes. When their plane was shot down by a Japanese fighter in 1942, Van Praag and the pilot managed to support the two other crew members, one of whom was injured and one who was a non-swimmer. They were in the water for 30 hours before they reached shore. Even fighting off sharks. For his bravery, Van Praag was awarded the Australian George Medal. After the war, Van Praag returned to England to ride for New Cross before returning to Australia to pursue his new love of aviation. He entered air races, flew crop sprayers, and even worked for an airline in Pakistan, going on to become chief pilot at Adastral Aerial Surveys, where he worked for many years, while still finding time to race speedboats that he built himself in his workshop. Though of course he was never far away from two wheels of one kind or another. For a while he lived on his own personal island off the coast of Queensland, and in 1969 he ferried an old Lockheed Hudson from Australia to a museum on the other side of the world in Scotland. Typically undaunted when the cockpit leaked as he passed through fierce tropical storms. Lionel Van Praag, first ever World Speedway champion and true Aussie hero, we salute you.